What's up, Summoners? King Blair here. Today, for Top 5 Tuesday, we're going to be discussing the top 5 strongest playable characters in the world of Epic 7. So, how strong are they according to the storyline? So, if you like the video and want to see more videos like this, make sure you like, subscribe, and join the Discord server. I would like to thank all of you guys right now. Because of all your support, we're going to be able to host our first funded Kings Cup this coming weekend with a prize pool of $100 split amongst 3 brackets. Thank you all so much for being able to do that. The signups went up yesterday and you guys filled those super fast, so we do sadly already have it filled up. So if you're not able to participate in this one, don't worry, we'll be able to do more because you guys keep subscribing, right? But if you want to be able to join and have a better chances of joining the next Kings Cup, make sure you subscribe to know when I announce it in a video, and also in the Discord server when I do drop that link. But without further ado, let's get to the video. So top 5 strongest heroes canonically. So we have to set some ground rules, right? Because we can't just say like, oh, this guy's strong, this guy's dead, this one doesn't appear. So what we're going to do is 2 things. First, playable characters. This is mostly to limit the size of what we're going to be analyzing, because there's so many things in the world of Orbis and it's really hard to justify one being stronger than the other. It was already difficult just with the playable characters, and also because we've grown attached to these heroes. I know you may be disappointed. I'm a little disappointed too, because maybe that one day if they release Strasse and Celestial and Archdemon and Mercedes, maybe they'll be able to be on this list, but sadly they are not. The other one is that we're going to be taking these heroes at their top peak potential. So when they're getting serious, when they're actually trying to fight and trying to do their job and using all of their abilities, how strong are they really? But alright, let's actually start getting into honorable mentions so you guys get an idea. So very quickly, because these aren't part of the top 5 sadly, and a lot of the ones that didn't make it aren't necessarily because they're not super strong. It mostly also is because we just don't have that much information for some of these. So because of that, I'll show some examples of what I mean. So martial artist Ken, we know he travels dimensions to fight, essentially kind of like a Goku, just fighting with his fists and super fast and super strong, but he mostly only fights martial artist masters, and we don't know how OP or how weak they are, and the only thing we have from him is him fighting Ken, and he kind of was going pretty toe-to-toe. So nothing too crazy. Granted, he wasn't fully serious, so we don't know how strong he could be in the future. The other one is going to be Sion, that we know he is the leader of a galaxy, and he does show up a couple of the times in the storyline, and is quite powerful. But most of the time he shows up, he gets destroyed. I don't think this guy has a single W. So because he has not beat anyone legitimately, we can't really justify him being on the top. If we had more information on how strong his galaxy is, how he even became emperor, we would be able to see. All we know is he can summon beasts that are super OP and super big, but a lot of the other heroes in the top can also pretty much do that. And yeah, I just don't see how strong he could be yet, right? So maybe with more information. But now, as far as the top 5, the first one on the list is Ball and Sasan. So before you start flaming, I already see the comments. Ball and Sasan, really? You think a doll and a human can be OP? Well, we do know a lot of information on their backstory and how strong they are a little bit from the actual storyline. So if y'all didn't know, they are a duo, and because they're a playable character as a duo, we'll pair them up as a duo. So first, we got Sasan, the doll. She's not actually a doll. She's actually one of the most powerful mages in the world of Orbis, and able to do insane amount of magic. I mean, she has a freaking demon as one of her lackeys, and now gets a banshee. She clearly has influence and power, and could be extremely hard to deal with if she's able to access all her magic in her human form. And paired with that, you have Ball, a demon who makes things look like they're nothing. He fights those beasts that were coming into Orbis like they were nothing, like the monsters were fodder for him, and they were giving trouble to people like Artuha and Fakir Kluri, like regular plebeian humans in the world of Orbis. So we definitely know he's powerful, and when faced with all the celestial energy coming from the gate, they were not fazed by it. They were like, I'll take care of it, it's easy, let's harness this energy for our goal. That's how you know you're OP, when you're looking at something that's super powerful and being like, yeah, I can harness that. So again, very powerful duo with Sasan's magic paired with Ball's insane fighting abilities as a demon. they would be able to do light work of heroes. And also, Ball has some magic of his own, able to snipe targets from miles away, as we see him take out a goblin without even fighting the goblin, just using a little spell, taking over the body, boom. So takeover magic, oh, that sounds OP. But now, let's look at the number 4. Who could be better than this? With that, we have Apocalypse Ravi. Y'all, she's a little reincarnation of a god of war. And if we know anything about the world of Orbis, is that gods, they fight a lot. And they're pretty OP. So we know Ravi, just from her title of being a god incarnate, we already know she's pretty freaking insane. The other reason we know she's going to be extremely powerful is when she comes into the world of Orbis with all that celestial energy, she would easily be able to take it all in and go back to her world, and that same energy could easily have wiped out all of freaking all the freaking town in the storyline of Savara. So she would easily be able to handle that energy and go back to her world and destroy and do all this crazy stuff. And she has insane amount of battle experience and war. As a war god, she's been in a lot of wars. So she has a war experience to be able to fight and beat opponents on a one-on-one scenarios, and also just overall command an army with ease. She's a threat to be that you cannot be messed with. And when she came to Orbis, her power was severely limited. Can you imagine how strong she would be when she actually goes back to her world? She could rank higher later down the line as we learn more about her, but for now, definitely something extremely scary. I mean, come on now. A literal incarnation of a god? Yeah, that's gonna be pretty OP. That's like D-Chick coming in. And yeah, that's will be the number 1. Spoilers. But now, on to the number 3. We have none other than the Acolytes. Y'all know they had to be here. Acolytes are pretty OP, right? Acolytes are pretty crazy. And with the first one, we have Spectre Tenebria. Y'all, Spectre Tenebria is no laughing matter. She's an Acolyte for a reason. As an Acolyte, she's been in millions of wars in Orbis as they got reset and put back and reset and put back and reset and put back. She's been able to fight heroes from several generations and all these different things. And she has insane power to back it all up. She has the power of illusions and able to win fights just by using simple magic and making them feel in their best place. And then, if she does decide to get serious and actually fight with her real power, we see what she's capable of doing when she goes to Rengar in the storyline. She literally almost nuked all of freaking Rengar. If it wasn't for the Guardian being able to control time and reverse the massive explosion that Spectre Tenebria was dropping, there would have been nothing that Rengar could have done, and all of Rengar would be gone. Karen would be gone. All these little humans would be absolutely gone, obliterated from existence. So as an Acolyte, they have the experience, they have the power tied to the Archdemon, and they're essentially immortal, right? They always come back. So even if you're able to defeat them, they will be coming right back. And moving on to that one, again, as I mentioned, kind of a spoiler, another Acolyte, Kayron. Yo, while Kayron may not be too confrontational, and you may be like, hey, this guy lost a lot in the storyline, y'all realize that wasn't him using his full power or all of his abilities to actually win the fight. As an Acolyte, he's able to command a massive army of undead, which are the Dust Walkers. Imagine if you're fighting this guy on a 1v1, already insane amount of power of the Archdemon, right? Insanely strong, able to take out heroes like they're nothing, having killed his fair share of heirs and main heroes in the storyline. And on top of all that, he can command a freaking army. Like in the storyline with Dieni, he almost was successful in ending the world of Orbis if it wasn't for an entire freaking race of OP heroes locking down the Archdemon. So that's insane that because of his army potential to just bring out 1,000,000 Dustwalkers, he could almost by himself win a war. That's insane. And on top of all that, this guy's freaking immortal. Oh man, good luck with that. Good luck trying to get rid of him forever, right? So extremely powerful, immortal, ability to create his own freaking army, and insane amount of power. This guy is definitely a force to be reckoned with. And now, on to the number 1. I know y'all are gonna hate me for this one. But the fact of the matter is that he still is the strongest protagonist. Our boy Ross. Now, before you start saying Ross worst MC, Ross trash, Ross sucks. Yes, he is a terrible MC, but just because he loses a lot does not mean he is weak. Think about it. We said how strong Tenebria, how strong Kayron, and how strong all these other villains are. Ross always is able to carry it through the day. He, like Ravi, like the Acolytes, have the power of gods. He has the power of DJ, who is the one who created the world of Orbis. He also has some very impressive wins under his belt. He does beat Celestial Mercedes essentially single-handedly, which is the Archdemon, without the help of pretty much anyone. And on top of that, he also defeated Strasse again, essentially by himself. And even now that he doesn't have the same power of the goddess, he has the power of Noctis and Ilroy's, who again are essentially gods. So this guy has the power of all these freaking gods coursing through his veins. And even though he even is human now, at his peak, this guy is a G. Just because he makes some misplays, that doesn't mean that he's bad. And we all know misplays don't equal bad, because if that was true, then I would be absolute garbage. Maybe I am, but that's not the point. Ross at full power is the strongest hero, and on top of that, plot armor, like, come on now. I know it feels kind of like a cop-out, but Ross is really, really strong, right? He's still the strongest hero in the world of Orbis. But that is all I have for you guys today. I hope y'all enjoyed this top 5, kind of like a little bit of mix, and hope y'all had fun. But that's all I got for you guys today, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.